Okay, we got Zolie Mae making a window for the Radiolarians. So she's putting in a piece of polycarbonate right now, making sure the edges are all aligned. Clamping that down, both sides, and then setting the timer for 1 minute 25 seconds. And go. So we're pulling in now the furnace unit. That's like heating elements. This is a 220 machine. And there's the die that's going to raise up into the bottom, and then we'll suck it down with the vacuum. Over here are the controls. Right now we have this set at 85% on, 15% off, and that will give us some small amount of bubbling, which we're looking for. We've actually laid these out to gather some moisture for a couple of days, and so we're ready. Vacuum pump is on. I've pulled a vacuum. You want to get a close-up of the vacuum. We're pulling about 28 psi vacuum, and that's at the release. And this is our lever to raise the die up into the work. So in this, we have a bunch of little tiny holes around the edge to really suck down that outside edge. And then there's a series of holes around the cracks and some bigger holes here that are references for the holes we'll later drill. So Zolie, if you want to get up under here, I can show you what I'm looking for. This is starting to get nice and plastic. I'm doing that with my fingernail, not my finger, because I will get burned. Now you can see it's getting a nice belly, so I'm going to raise up into that. And timer's off, vacuum on, turn off the vacuum, and let's see what we got. There's our vacuumed part. Still a little soft, so we're going to cool it down. And then release the die. I want to make sure that's cold enough that when we do release this, that it still holds its shape and we're not losing the shape. It looks great. And there's our part. You can see those are little release, those are little dents, and that's where we'll use the drill to drill our holes that will match the studs that are on the Radiolarians. The next step for us is we'll gross trim these out with a nibbler, then we'll go back with a trimmer and trim them exactly to the edge. And a little bit of sanding, and then we'll paint them. There's our finished one so far. That's it. I like everything except that drip I put in there.
When I said it was too much?
Uh-huh.
And what happened yesterday?
There was a small earthquake and it tipped the black and caused a catastrophic failure. Let me see. Yeah, now with the black, or brownish black behind that, that'll look great.
Where'd that other one go?
I put it back on the rack. These are disasters for today.
Can't really see.
Yeah.
I mean, a tiny bit, but...
That looks really good. Okay.
So we've powdered each of our windows, and we've gone in with dyes mixed with rubbing alcohol to bleed it all towards the center, and now we're going to paint over the back of that, so you're going to see the other side.
So right now that's the TRS 9000 over the top of the polycarbonate that we DA sanded and mixed with alcohol and the pigments to kind of get that really cool texture that we see. And now we're kind of going to figure out whether laying this black and brown clear coat mix, so black and brown tints, and see if that darkens it up, it gives us kind of a little pattern. Okay, here we go, fan on.